manager yet.
I saw it.
How could you not have an agent or a manager? Like, we got to get on this. We got to get you signed with somebody. Like, he's got all this great music, and Shooter Jennings wants to produce his music with him too. And I'm like, John, come on, let's get this country music going. You know, he needs to, I mean, that's been his love and his passion. And if I could do anything to help him, oh, that would be amazing to me.
I saw that. I'm like, God, like Beth is like stepping into like a PR role here today. I'm like, Thursday morning, I'm like, I saw your cry for his manager. I'm like, bravo. What was I gonna say? Did you watch like the Kardashians? Like, were you a fan? And were you a fan also of all the MTV brilliant shows like The Hills New Beginnings, The City, all of this, Jersey Shore? Are you still an MTV enthusiast?
Yeah, I mean, look, I love all that stuff. I mean, I thought it would have been I think it would be like a fun choice to like maybe bring some of the Jersey Shore people on the challenge against us. See, now that would be really, really fun to watch, right?
Amazing.
Would that be funny?
You should be a TV producer in your spare time.
I would love that. No, I would love that.
That would be good.
Wouldn't that be good? That would be a really good idea to do.
Because some would be good. You would think like Pauly D would be great, and Vinny would probably step up and take it seriously, and even The Situation would be good. I mean, I don't know if Snooki would hold her own, but it would be hilarious TV.
It would be hilarious to see Snooki having to go into elimination against somebody.
Yeah.
It's so good. I would love that. Oh my gosh. But you know, when the challenge started off, I was on The Real World, okay, people? I was not on Road Rules. I didn't get picked because I loved jumping out of helicopters or, you know, jumping off cliffs. That was not my thing. And when the earlier challenges were so great, and we didn't have to like jump off cliffs or anything. And now they kind of like incorporate all that stuff. And so that stuff is kind of aggressive for me, but you know, I'll still go out and do the challenges and try and do the best that I can. But yeah, I mean, definitely afraid of heights.
Yeah, I mean, they've taken it, like you said, to extremes these days on a lot of the things that they do. Yeah. What about on The Real World? Like, I know Aaron and Dominic didn't come back. Like, why?
Yeah, I mean, it really bummed me out that they did not come back. And I have not talked to Aaron. I mean, I have reached out to him a few times because my husband, works with somebody who's good friends with Aaron. And so I reached out to him, and our friends reached out, and like zero response. And I was like, okay, well, he obviously is not interested in talking to me ever again. So that's fine. I would have been upset if Aaron not showing up would have made it so we could not get together, because I don't think he would have cared either way for us. So that kind of hurt, right?
Did you guys leave the house on like a bad note? I don't really remember. I didn't think I mean, not like a great note, but not really like, I mean, a lot of people left on a strange note, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. And I was bummed that they wouldn't just like, you know, come for a day, just like come for dinner or something, or let's meet you somewhere, or let's meet on the beach, right? Like little kids meet in the park, like let's meet on the beach, you know, somewhere neutral.
I mean, listen, it's been a long time, but I mean, Aaron's another one who back on the day should have been right next to Eric Nies on your hot calendar.
Oh, for sure. Aaron is very handsome. And he did do a calendar, remember? Because I posted it all over the house.
Yes.
I posted it all over the house. And the reason I did that is because he used to make fun of us that we were all in the entertainment industry and how cheesy he thought it was. And he would never do anything in the entertainment industry. And then when one of my friends showed me that calendar, I was like, oh my gosh. And we used to call him Nino for 90210.
That's appropriate. But I mean, I know he was serious and an accountant. Like,
yeah.
Do you think he didn't come back like for that reason? Like, I'm like a business person was it, you think it was because of you or just
No. I don't think it was because of me.
he just
No,
doesn't want to be
I just think,
associated?
I just think and again, I'm speculating because I have not talked to him in almost 30 years, like not even one conversation. But I came back. I did have some bad times, but I did have some good times on the show. And maybe for Aaron, obviously, it was not such a great time for him. And it's something that he's not interested in going back to. And that's fine, right? It's his choice.
Yeah.
But Dominic, I got to get to know Dominic over the last 5 years, and that's been nice. And so that would have been nice to have him come back and being in a real world where like Beth and Dom are friends. That would be kind of cool.
Kind of, yeah.
I
But he too just didn't really want to relive that time.
mean, look, he's got a professional career, and things get a little crazy on the real world, right? So people are like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to do anything to jeopardize what I've got going on in my life, right?
I mean, that makes, yeah.
It's unpredictable. You don't know what could happen. So I understand that.
You don't know what can happen, and you have absolutely no control over the edit, nor will you ever, no matter what network or channel. That's life.
Yeah. I mean, look, anybody can say anything they want about me, right? I mean, I've been called every name in the book over the past 30 years. Like, there's nothing that you can call me that is going to affect me. I've been called everything. So
you have been called a lot. I mean, did you ever go to that dark period? Now it's online social media. Like, did you ever take the comments, and how is it going now? Like, now that we have social media and this show is back on the air, what type of, like, do you get the DMs now? Are you getting love? Are you getting the hate, the trolls?
I mean, look, the fans have been so amazing, like so supportive and so positive. And sure, I mean, every now and again, I'll get like a hater, be like, oh,
we all do.
Oh, I hate you or whatever. Like, okay, well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but
right.
Look, I mean, not everyone's going to like you. That's what I tell my kids. Somebody doesn't like you, it's okay. Everyone's not going to like you in the real world. That's just the way it is.
I agree, but it takes a lot. Not everyone is so good at that. Right. It's hard to get there for some people, but I agree. You could say anything about me. I don't care. Like, I really don't. I've heard everything too. And it's all the same shit. So you're just like, come up. Like, I've heard this.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
also too, it's like, if people are going to say terrible things about you and take time out of their day to come and tell you something negative about you, I know it has nothing to do with me, and it's because they're going through whatever.
100.
They're not happy with themselves, and that's where it's coming from. It has nothing to do with me. That's what I tell my daughter too. My daughter's turning 13 this weekend.
Wow.
And I tell her all the time, like, look, if one girl's not being nice to you or saying terrible